thinks the thoughts that create the things. Today is Thursday, January the 26th, 2023. It is currently 16:06 hours. I'm a former officer who's been diagnosed with PTSD, social anxiety, and depression. Making these videos is very therapeutic for me, and I hope that it is a blessing to you. Today I want to talk about is what I learned after I knew everything that really matters. Don't stop learning and growing. The longest there's life, you can learn. I think I saw on social media a while ago a 90-year-old receiving her high school diploma. As long as you're alive, there's hope, there's life. You can learn, you can grow. You can learn something new every day. Make it your purpose to learn something new every day. Don't narrow the scope of your eyes. Don't just be one focus, like this is the way it is, this is the guy, how it goes. Get you a telescope and look how vast and how masking this universe is. And try to learn each star one at a time. I heard stars have names. I heard that you can purchase a star and name it your name. I've not looked into it, but it's something that I heard. I mean, look at how vast and how vast this universe is. There's plenty for us to learn here on Earth, out of Earth, in the universe, out of the universe. Broadening the scope of your eyes, your natural eyes, and what we call your third eye, your God eye. And try to figure out whenever you're going through something or participating in anything, say, what is this trying to teach me? What is this experience trying to teach me? Why am I engaging in this experience? Why am I having this experience? What am I supposed to learn? What is this trying to teach me? And after you learn it, try to teach someone else. And if you have a bad time, use it as an opportunity for learning. Okay, what was the cause of me having this bad time? Was it because I decided to spend $2,000 to attend a Beyonce concert that now I'm homeless? Learn about it. It's good to have experiences. I would like to have experiences. With my social anxiety, I don't think it's a good idea for me to do that right now. But try to wait. I'm not saying $2,000 is a lot of money. It's not a lot of money because we are all financially wealthy and healthy in every area of our life. We can choose what to spend the $2,000 on. But if you're going through a bad time, try to figure out what was the cause and the source of that bad time and use it as a learning opportunity so you won't repeat the same bad time again. Some of us learn by suffering. What they say, a hard head makes a soft behind. Some of us learn we have to go through stuff. We make ourselves go through stuff that we don't even necessarily have to go through. Don't start an argument at the gas station because someone is looking at you the wrong way and then wonder why you're in a bad mood all day and why somebody cussed you out or called you out of your name. I mean, I get stares and I get looks. Look at me. I'm a lesbian, a female. Most people say my appearance look like that of a male. I get stares and there's a smile, I turn to look the other way. I don't try to confront, say, what are you looking at? It just reminds me. I love our people in the LGBTQA+ community. I love us. And I love the people who are not in the LGBTQIA+ community. I love all of the alphabets. But some of us, we have to be sensitive to people who don't understand us, don't understand our alphabets, don't understand binary and cisgendered. And the thing is that the pronouns, if they don't get mad and upset. I saw something the other day. It was this person. I was just say it was this person. This person had a full beard. But this person identified themselves. They advised that their pronouns were she and her. It's their prerogative. So an older lady came and approached them and said they was at this particular restaurant. And this older lady approached them and said, "Hey, how may I help you, sir?" And this individual went off and said, "No, has a full beard." This individual went off and said, "What makes you think I'm a sir? My pronouns are she and her." Just went off. I don't know how to go off and have all the attitudes that people do. That's just not my nature. I'm like, it didn't have, caused the whole scene. It doesn't have to be like that. Just understand some people in the older generation don't understand when they see somebody with full beard, they expect that person to have a he and him pronoun. Just politely say, hey, please don't call me sir. I would like to go by she or her. That's your prerogative. A lot of this stuff, I have to be honest with you, in the LGBTQIA plus community stuff, I'm still learning. I honestly don't understand. I'll be all the way confused. I had a friend that I've been knowing for years. One day came up to me and told me that they are a they now. And I said, okay. And to be honest, I'm still trying to figure out what's a they. Are y'all more than one person? Are you both? I don't know. I done heard way too many different, but if they want to be called they, hey, no problem. How you doing, they? Or how am I supposed to say it? I don't know. But don't be the cause of your own suffering. Just try to be understanding. By the way, please like, please share, please subscribe, please turn on that notification bell. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. And learn how to deal with the indignities with dignity. Kevin Lemons was laid to rest the other day. His dear sweet wife, Miss Tiana Lemons, made some remarks at her wonderful husband's funeral. And I was like, wow. Now, a lot of people are on social media saying she should not have said what she said. I have no issue whatsoever with what she said. My issue is the fact that what she said had to be said. This lady is burying her husband, the love of her life, someone she was in love with. People had the nerve to call her and say, hey, I need special seating. Yes, I can come to your husband's funeral, but I require special seating. I need to be on stage. I need this, I need that in order to come to the service. To me, I think that was way out of line. I don't care if you're the bishop or the pope. This lady is in grieving. Put your titles aside and be like, hey, I just want to be there for you. If you want me to sit on the last row in the back, I want to be of service. What happened to just being of service? You should be the lead servant. You should be the lead servant, especially if you have a title in front of your name. But the fact that she had to even say this, like, okay, you requested your special seating, you got your special seating, but I ain't see you do nothing but sit here during the entire service. I thought she handled it with dignity. She was dignified during the process of dealing with indignities. That was crazy. You know what? I think another good way of learning stuff is to make an appointment with yourself. A lot of us have calendars and alarms. Make an appointment with yourself. Set your alarm to whatever your name. My name is Frida. Set my alarm, Frida. This is Frida time. I'm making an appointment with myself. I'm doing a check-in with myself. And see how I am doing. Say, hey, what have you learned today after you know everything? After you thought you knew everything about all the primary colors, what have you learned today? After you thought you knew everything, Frida, about the LGBTQIA plus community, what have you learned today about that community? After I've learned everything about African Americans and I know everything, what have I learned after I thought I knew everything? It's after you know everything is when you really learn something. Okay? Make an appointment with yourself for the purpose of saying, hey, what have I learned new today about this subject that I call myself an expert in? What have I learned today about this subject that I call myself a master in? There are master chefs out there. And master chefs are creating new recipes every day. You know why? Because after they know everything that there is to know about being a chef, they are still learning. And it's what they learn after they know everything that really matters. And don't be a fugitive to yourself. Check into yourself. Don't go missing from yourself. You're so busy doing everything for everybody that you become a fugitive to yourself. You don't even realize your elbows are ashy. You're not taking care of yourself because you're too busy out here either being nosy or doing everything to distract you from you. So don't make your day distracting you from you by listening to the radio all day, watching TV all day. Grab a book, learn something. High motivation and enthusiasm will keep you in the mode for learning. If you're a highly motivated individual, full of enthusiasm, I believe those two things are required to keep you in the mood to learn something after you know everything. So let's try our best to stay highly motivated and enthusiastic. Now for me, that is difficult because of my medication, but I try my best. My medication slows me down or keeps me tired sometimes. And then, in this life, there's a lot of twists, turns, peaks, and valleys, but we just have to keep moving forward. I believe that's what the definition of life is, just to keep moving. As long as something is moving, there is life. When you are still and can no longer move physically, there's no more life. So go through the twists, the turns, the peaks, and the valleys. You might not like going through winding roads. It might feel and look unsafe, but as long as you just keep moving, even when you're walking on that treadmill and the incline keeps going up, just keep moving. Just keep moving. It'll eventually go back down. Just keep moving. Life is all about moving forward. Okay? And let's use our imagination. Yes, I love to imagine things. I close my eyes. I imagine I'm on the beach somewhere in Honolulu, Hawaii, Puerto Rico. I imagine I'm at the casino playing craps. I imagine I'm on the beach just looking at God. God is so magnificent when you're at the beach looking at all that water. Like nobody can do this but God. Nobody can create this experience for me but God. Just close your eyes and just imagine yourself just being able to do whatever you want to do. What would you spend it on? Would you get a car? Would you get a nice, big, beautiful home? Would you buy a farm? Just don't give up your imagination. Close your eyes sometimes and just imagine. It'll make you smile. So just imagine. Imagine owning your own business, your own company. Keep imagining it until you manifest it. Imagine it and then manifest it. Okay? And friends come and go, but I believe friends are there. The type of friend you have now is relative to where you are in your life. I believe God gives us the friends that we need depending on where we are in our life at that time. Because the friends that I used to have a while ago, I might not have those friends now. But the friends I have now, God knows I need them now. I have exactly the friends now that I need now. So friends are relative to where you are at life. Just because some friends may come and go, that doesn't mean that they did something wrong or you did something wrong. It just means that y'all might have outgrown each other. Y'all interests may have been different and turned y'all away from each other. But that doesn't mean that I have some associates or friends might call me once a year. But every time we talk, it's like, hey, what's up? We tell each other what's going on with our lives, and until we meet again, we cool. We don't hate each other or nothing. Just like that, sometimes you have your everyday friends, your once a month friends, your once a year friends, your once a week friends, your once an hour friends. Nothing's wrong with that. But you know what? In order to remain great at something, it has to be a daily habit. If I want to be great at communicating with God, I have to make it a daily habit to communicate with God. I can't be great at something that I don't do every day. And it's the same way with going to the gym and exercising. It becomes a habit if you keep doing it. And then you get great at doing it. And then you start seeing and feeling results. So being great at something is a daily habit. And be open to sudden discoveries. If something new happens to happen here on earth or in your life or something like that, don't just reject it. I remember when Bitcoin first came out, when it was new, I saw a video. I think it was on Phoebe or IMDb. And they was trying to teach people on Wall Street about Bitcoin, and everybody was like, no, we're not getting into this. We don't know nothing about it. But if they would have gotten into it then, they would be multi-millionaires now. Now, I don't know what's going on with Bitcoin right now, but because it was a new discovery, they wouldn't even open themselves up to it. I'm like, just open yourself up to it. Like, what if? I'm not saying put all your eggs in one basket. just make sure that you remain open to sudden discoveries. Another discovery can come out today or tomorrow. Be open to it. Don't just reject it all of a sudden just because it's new and you don't understand it. If I don't understand it, that doesn't give me a reason to say, okay, this is wrong, this is evil, because I don't understand it. If you don't understand nothing, just keep your mouth closed about it until you get some more understanding about it. If you're gonna open your mouth about it, just open your mouth to ask questions about it. But don't just reject it and call it the devil because you don't understand something. I think that's the wrong way to go about doing so. You definitely can't learn something by not being open to. And when you're out, touch things, touch people, touch places. You know, the power of touch can give you the ability to learn something too. I remember one time, a long time, I picked up a rock that looked like a solid rock. When I picked it up, it all crumbled in my hand. So I'm like, wow, something that can look like something can be something totally different. A whole bunch of sand can look like a rock from a distance until you touch it. Touch things, learn things. It's what you learn after you know everything that really matters. You know, and most people on this earth don't even do what they love to do. They're just doing what they have to do in order to survive. I think that's sad, but I understand it. It's a sad reality, but I can understand it. I was once there, you know. I feel like I'm still there now. This is not what I imagined for my life, but I'm adapting to this new way of living. I'm adapting to it, and I pray it becomes successful for me. And what success means to you might not be the same thing as success to me. And what is success to me might not be the same thing as success for you. So don't base your success based off of somebody else's success, you know. A lot of people stop reading after college. They put their books down. I remember Bishop Noah Jones, that's his name. I remember Bishop Noah Jones saying one time in one of his sermons, he said that he thought when he got finished with college, he wouldn't have to ever read another book or do homework anymore. And he said he found out that once he became a preacher, a pastor, that he had to continue to read books and do homework, and that's all he do. You know, so yeah, after you finish college, continue to learn and develop your skill. You know, Bishop Noah Jones, if he wouldn't have continued to do his homework and read books, he probably wouldn't be where he's at now, the City of Refuge. And I'm glad the City of Refuge, I believe, is a permanent, inclusive environment. I know they have B-Slade there, running the music department on several different occasions. So to be in that position, I think that's great. And guess what? I think we can learn more after we know everything if we listen more than we talk. Most of us, when we know so much about something, like for some reason, because I used to play cops and robbers, a lot of people think I know a lot about the law and cops and stuff. But most of the time, when they're talking to me, I listen to, and I tell people, I say, like, you was a sergeant. One year, it's like, yeah, made it all the way up to sergeant. Just took a test and passed it. Passed the test, became a sergeant. That's how that worked. And I actually started another section on my channel where I'm starting to put Georgia laws, since people ask me about traffic laws and stuff like that. Like, instead of calling and asking me, I can send them to my YouTube channel. Like, look, I posted it on my YouTube channel. Just go there and look. But listen more than you talk, because it's very difficult, or I think it's strange, when someone calls and asks me about a law and I'm trying to tell them, and they doing more talking than listening. Like, well, why are you calling me and asking about the law if you already know? I'm like, I just listen. I'm like, okay, obviously you're right. I don't see how I can add any more to this. Whether I believe they're right or wrong, or whether I know that they're right or wrong. If they're just gonna out-talk me and just called me, I guess, just to see, or they just want me to know that they know the law, and I say, okay, whatever they need, I'm here for it. But it's strange. It's strange. I kid you not. It is the strangest thing. People will call me, ask me about a law, And I either tell them, okay, I know that, or I don't know that. But if I do know that law, I tell them the law. But then they started entering, no, it ain't that way. No, it's this way. Okay. Okay, it's the strangest thing to me. I'm like, okay, why are we having this? Why are you calling me to ask me about a law? Then I tell you, you say, no, it ain't that way. You know about it. I don't have time to argue with you. I don't recall ever arguing. I don't argue. I'm like, okay. That's okay. That's not great. That works for you. They ain't gonna call me and ask if I would accept your charges from jail. No, you knew the law, remember? You knew the law better than I do. I'm outside of jail, but you know the law better than I do. But you calling me to accept your charges in jail. Make it make sense. Somebody make it make sense, please. Yeah, make it make sense. But since you know the law, I don't see a need for me to be able to accept your charges. But God bless you. I wish you the best. I wish you the best in every area of your life. I hope you're the best prisoner there. I really do, and I hope you come out being the best you that you could ever be. And I'm still here, and I'll still answer your phone calls if you call me for anything that I can help you with that I don't have to accept the charges for. Okay? God bless you. And define your own success. Okay? If your success is being the best prisoner you can be in jail, hey, that's fine. If you say, hey, I'm going to jail tonight. I've actually heard somebody say that. Say, I'm going to jail tonight. They're like, I'm going out. I'm getting effed up. I'm going to F some stuff up. I'm going to jail tonight. I've actually heard somebody say that. Hey, do you be the best prisoner or inmate you can be while you're there? If that's your goal, that's what you want to do. I don't want to get in the way, and I don't want to be nowhere near you while you are on that path, because I don't want to get it twisted or tangled up where I end up where you want to go. But God bless you. I wish you the best. God bless you. God bless you. And another thing, you cannot change your parents. You can't change your parents. I'm watching a show and this guy said, well, I am the way I am because of my parents. He was a grown man, a grown ass man. Like, there's nothing you can do to change your parents. At what age do you start taking responsibility for you? You can't blame everything on your parents. Now me, I'm crazy as hell. I think so. Most people don't think so. I can't blame my parents for my foolishness, for my way of thinking, for my craziness. That shit, both of them smarter than me. I don't blame that. I can't go around saying I got PTSD, social anxiety, and depression because of my parents. I'm 43 years old. That's with children, with 3 kings. I'm gonna tell my kings, hey, your mama crazy because of her parents. That makes absolutely no sense. And then people who know my parents are probably laughing at this. That's just crazy. God bless you. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Please, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. At the end of the day, the only person you have to face is you. You matter to you. When you look in the mirror, you see you. When you're talking to God, it's you and God. Okay? Now, after you learn, it's what matters is after you learn, after you know everything. You see how my brain is? I spoke that into existence when I said I was crazy. I shouldn't have said that. But it's what I learned after I know everything that really matters. When I look in the mirror, when I face freedom, face freedom, like, what have I learned today after I thought I knew everything about black love? After I thought I knew everything about water, about money. So I'm just trying to focus on drinking as much water as I can every day. What did I learn after I thought I knew everything about craps? You know, things like that. Because I have to face me. And I don't want to waste not one day. I feel like there are some days that I have wasted. You know, being in my depressive state. There's definitely some days I might have wasted by just being in the bed and not want to do nothing all day. So I don't want to continue that process. I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror and say, I learned something today. I learned something today. And do it from the heart. It feels good when you do something from the heart. It feels good when you're not doing something because somebody threatening you to do it or somebody forcing you to do something. Learn something from the heart. then it will stay with you. It will matter. Know yourself. Know what it is that you want to invest in learning in. And when you learn something, you don't necessarily have to go to college. College is good. I went to college. I have a bachelor's in forensic psychology. But look where I'm at now. I'm here making a video that's therapeutic for me, talking to you, hoping that I say something that will bless you. That's what my degree is doing for me right now. And all I can do is laugh and enjoy about all that money I spent on that degree, just where I'm at right now. But you know what? I'm hoping one day that investment is going to show up and be worth it. You know what? So, and I'm staying true to myself. I try my best to be as open, as honest as I can on this video. Sometimes I might forget something, remember something wrong, something like that. Charge it to my head, don't charge it to my heart. But I can't create myself by myself. I didn't create myself by myself. There was a whole village involved. My parents, my family, my friends, my neighbors, my co-workers, politicians, the church, the bishops. They're all part. We're all one. We're all here for each other. There's nobody here who's created themselves by themselves. It's experiences that we have developed and made with other people that allowed us to be who we are today. And I also believe that there's no such thing as right or wrong. I really do believe that. What is right for me could be wrong for you. What is right for you could be wrong for me. So very rarely do I go around, unless it's one of my three kings, there is right or wrong for them. Besides that. But it's very rare I go around to other grown adults and say, you wrong for that. I try my best to be as less judgmental as I possibly can. I might not get it right all the time, but hey, if you felt like it was right for you to break into somebody's car, God bless you. I don't think you should not have done that. I remember I arrested this round when I arrested this guy before. I didn't know how to take his compliment, but he said, I've been arrested many times. True story. He said, I've been arrested many times in my life, but this is the best I've ever been treated during an arrest. He told me that. I was just looking. I didn't know if to take that as a compliment or not. I told him the only difference between me and him was that he got caught. That's exactly what I told him. That's exactly what I told him. Now, I'm not saying I'm going around stealing and breaking in people's cars and stuff, but I'm sure there's something I've done immorally wrong or criminally wrong or something like that, or circumstances could happen where it could have been me instead of him. I just happened to have on a uniform and happened to have arrest powers. But I believe we are all one. So I don't I try my best not to treat somebody bad because they may have done something bad. I try my best to treat them how I would want to be treated, or how I would want a family member to be treated if they happen to get locked up. True story. He's a guy. He was a citizen, a resident in the city I worked for, and that's what he told me. If he ever see this video, maybe he'll identify himself. And what I was gonna say, anything can be seen as advice. We don't have to take everything that we see on TV or hear in a podcast or radio. We don't have to be so defensive and be like, no, I'm not doing that. They say wear your mask. I'm not doing that. You can see it or take it as advice. Say, hey, we strongly advise you to wear your mask. Now, whether you decide to wear it or not, that's on you. You don't have to get all up in the uproar and say the government is trying to control my whole entire life. I literally heard somebody say that on TV. Just because they was asked to wear a mask, they saying now the government trying to control my whole entire life. I'm like, good night. Just look at it as advice. Don't look at it as somebody trying to. It's to the extreme. Goodness gracious. And we don't make mistakes. We create lessons. When you do something, and I do something, and I know I messed up, made a mistake, I take it as a lesson. I'm like, man, I should have done that. I did that the wrong way. I'm going to take it as a lesson. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm gonna take it as a lesson and learn to do better next time. And guess what? I found out what the purpose of life is. The purpose of life is for you to be you. The purpose of life is for me to be me. There's only one me. There might be somebody out there who have the exact same name and birthday that I have, but there's still only one me. There's only one you, and your only purpose is to be you. So do you, boo. Do you be you. That is your purpose in life. Nobody can do it like you. Nobody can do this like me. So my purpose is to be me. And guess what? I learned something new today. Now, this isn't something that I learned after I knew everything, because I don't know much about language. I barely can speak what they call proper English language. If you can understand the words coming out my mouth, then the way I see it is proper. But I learned that the more languages somebody learns, the easier it is for them to learn another language. I have a sister. Her name is Malika. Her first language or natural language is German. She knows German, French, Spanish, and English. 4 languages. 4 languages. So she knows 4 languages. So it'd probably be way easier for her to learn another language than for me, because I only know English. And I know sí in Spanish means yes. That's about it. That's about all I can give you. Okay? And just because you learn new information, it doesn't mean it's going to push your old knowledge or old information away. Don't be afraid to learn something new because you feel like, well, my brain ain't going to be able to contain to hold all of this. No, continue to learn something new, because whenever that old information needs to come up to your memory, most of the time it will. It might take a while, but it's still going to be there. It ain't going nowhere. It's not like knowledge or information is seeping out of your head. So try to learn new information. Learning anything will make you more effective in learning everything. So if you make it your goal to learn anything, if I want to learn how to sew something, my mom tried to teach us how to sew when I was not into it. I think my sister got into it. If I want to learn anything, if I decide that I want to learn anything, if I want to learn something about a car, how to get a car started, anything, it'll make me more effective in learning everything else or anything else. Okay? So it's what I learned after I know everything that really matters. It's what you learn after you know everything that really matters. Guess what? I don't know if you're going to learn this. I don't know if you would call me teaching you this, but it is something that I want to share with you right now, okay? That is, thou shalt confess with thy mouth, this is your mouth, the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. Romans 10:9. Keep that in mind. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Thank you, God, in me, through me, as me, around me, through the Christ within. And so it is. Until we meet again. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for turning on that notification bell. I love you. I thank God for you. I appreciate you. I love you. I appreciate you.